Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm your storyteller, ready to take you on amazing journeys through different tales. How are you guys? Today's audiobook is Capital in the 21st Century by Thomas Piketty. Let's get started. In Capital in the 21st Century, I embark on an extensive exploration of wealth concentration and income distribution in the modern era. My analysis spans over 3 centuries, drawing on a vast array of historical data to illuminate the socio-economic dynamics that have shaped our world. The book's central thesis revolves around the relationship between capital and income, arguing that the return on capital outpaces economic growth, leading to rising inequality. This narrative is both a historical account and a call to action, urging society to reconsider its approach to wealth and equity. I begin by framing the discussion of capital within a historical context, tracing the evolution of wealth and economic systems from the 18th century to the present. I emphasize the significance of understanding history as a means to address contemporary issues. The period from the Industrial Revolution to World War I saw unprecedented wealth accumulation, primarily among the elite. I highlight how this concentration of capital laid the groundwork for the inequalities we witness today. Throughout the narrative, I explore the role of institutions, policies, and ideologies that have influenced wealth distribution. I argue that economic systems are not simply the products of market forces. They are shaped by political choices and social norms. By examining the interplay between capital and labor, I provide insights into how economic inequality is maintained and perpetuated. In analyzing the relationship between capital and income, I introduce the concept of the capital output ratio, which measures the amount of capital relative to national income. This metric is crucial in understanding how wealth is generated and distributed. I argue that over the long term, the return on capital, through dividends, rents, and interest, consistently exceeds economic growth rates. This fundamental observation leads to a stark conclusion. Without intervention, wealth inequality will continue to grow, threatening the very foundations of democratic societies. I also delve into the differences between inherited wealth and earned income, emphasizing the implications of these distinctions. Inherited wealth often perpetuates privilege across generations, while earned income reflects individual effort and merit. However, I contend that the distinction is becoming increasingly blurred, as the advantages of inherited wealth allow individuals to accumulate even more capital. As I progress through the narrative, I examine the resurgence of economic inequality in the late 20th and early 21st centuries. The post-World War II era initially witnessed a decline in inequality, driven by progressive taxation, strong labor movements, and social welfare policies. However, beginning in the 1980s, policies shifted toward deregulation and tax cuts for the wealthy, leading to a dramatic increase in income and wealth concentration. I explore the consequences of this rise in inequality, both socially and politically. The wealth gap has profound implications for access to education, health care, and political power. I argue that as the rich become richer, they exert greater influence over political institutions, undermining democracy and social cohesion. The erosion of the middle class and the increasing economic precarity faced by many working-class individuals serve as stark reminders of the urgent need for reform. In the latter sections of the book, I shift my focus to potential policy solutions aimed at addressing inequality. I advocate for progressive taxation as a means to redistribute wealth and fund public goods. By implementing higher taxes on wealth and inheritances, I argue that we can create a more equitable society. Additionally, I propose international cooperation to combat tax evasion and ensure that the wealthy contribute their fair share. I emphasize the importance of investing in education, healthcare, and social welfare programs as essential components of a just society. These investments not only promote equality, but also contribute to economic growth by enhancing human capital. I highlight examples from various countries that have successfully implemented policies aimed at reducing inequality and fostering social mobility. Throughout my analysis, I remain optimistic about the potential for change. I believe that by recognizing the historical roots of inequality and actively working to address them, we can create a more just and equitable future. The fight against inequality is not merely an economic issue. It is a moral imperative that requires collective action from individuals, communities, and governments. In conclusion, capital in the 21st century serves as both a historical account and a contemporary analysis of wealth and inequality. I contend that understanding the dynamics of capital is essential for addressing the pressing issues facing our societies today. The relationship between capital and income is complex and deeply intertwined with political and social factors. As I reflect on the future of capitalism, I urge readers to consider the implications of unchecked inequality. The rise of populism and social unrest in response to economic disparities highlights the urgent need for reform. By advocating for policies that promote equity and inclusivity, we can pave the way for a more sustainable and just economic system. In this journey through history and economics, I hope to inspire a renewed commitment to addressing inequality and creating a society where opportunity is accessible to all. The stakes are high, and the time for action is now. Together, we can reshape the narrative of capital in the 21st century.
If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe the Sonic Library for more audiobooks. I hope this story left you with something to think about. Stay tuned for more new videos.